girl.
So it turns out that Noel Clarke, a man who recently won a BAFTA for outstanding contribution to cinema, is allegedly a massive dirty bungle, fam.
One of the leading figures in Britain's entertainment industry has tonight been accused of harassment and bullying by 20 women.
So by now you've probably heard the reports that BAFTA have decided to suspend Noel Clarke's membership to the organisation and have stripped him of the recent aforementioned award due to the fact that 20 women have come forward making allegations that Noel Clarke harassed them, made inappropriate advances towards them, groped them and bullied them. This guy's facing more dodgy claims than a car insurance company in China, fam. Now, before we even get into this, it's worth mentioning that Noel Clarke himself completely denies any allegations made against him, so therefore you're watching this video on the basis that the guy involved has denied any of the claims. I beg you don't sue me, bruv. But anyway, let's take a look at some of the allegations made against him, because the fact is, this information is incredibly saddening, because Noel Clarke was one of the shining lights in black British cinema, and one of the people that a lot of young folks looked up to as an example of what you can achieve when given a fair crack at something. So let's start by reading this paragraph from the Guardian article which initially exposed the allegations against Noel Clarke. Gina Powell worked for Clarke as a producer between September 2014 and March 2017, producing Brotherhood. She told the Guardian that Clarke would constantly harass her, on one occasion telling her that when he hired her, he had planned to fuck her and fire her before deciding to keep her on. She also alleges that Clarke would brag about storing sexually explicit pictures and videos on his hard drive, including footage he told her he had secretly filmed during naked auditions. Powell says Clarke once showed her a secretly recorded video of one such audition with Johanna James, an actor in Brotherhood. This is all getting a bit Harvey Weinstein, innit, mate? And just to be clear, if that's true, it's completely illegal, fam. You're not allowed to film people like that without express consent beforehand, fam. Some dirty bungle behaviour, bruv. And the worst thing about it is, this isn't the only time it's happened, as numerous other people have come forward claiming that Clarke had showed them similar things. Now, aside from taking sad little pervy videos of women at auditions, Noel Clarke also abused his power in other ways. For example, in the case of Norwegian film producer Sin Seltveit, the Guardian alleges Clarke and a friend had VIP tickets to a UFC mixed martial arts fight in Glasgow and invited Powell and Seltveit. At the after party, Seltveit says Clarke smacked her buttocks. I didn't like that, she says. On the 23rd of July 2015, Seltveit sent an email from her production company account thanking him for the weekend and expressing an interest in working with him one day. Clarke replied, "Great meeting you. Would love to work with you one day. Also, sent you some Snapchats. Have a look." When Seltveit checked Snapchat, Clarke had sent her a picture of a naked, erect penis. Clarke denies he slapped Seltveit's backside and said he did not recall sending her an unsolicited picture of his penis. His lawyer said it was highly unlikely that Clarke would have shared such an image. Seltveit showed the Guardian a copy of the dick pic, which was labelled as having been shared with her by Clarke. What do you mean you don't recall sending her a picture of your penis? Either you sent it or not. How many dick pics are you sending out, bruv, that you can't recall whether you sent one to this woman or not?
I'm sorry I headbutted you and shagged your mum 5 years ago, bruv, but I don't even recall doing it, mate. It's just slipped me mind. It's one of them things, innit?
And again, this isn't the only woman to accuse him of taking inappropriate pictures. Another woman came forward, as you can see on the screen right now. So it appears that Noel Clarke's into more offensive images than a fan account who keeps sharing pictures of Justin Bieber enjoying himself, fam. Now, aside from those acts of humiliation, several women have come forward accusing Noel Clarke of serious sexual misconduct in terms of physical contact. Now, if you want to find out about those allegations, I'll leave a link to the Guardian article in the description box below and you can go and check that out. But the too long don't read version is, there appears to be a growing mountain of evidence and corroborating stories which make Noel Clarke look like a man who enjoys punching cornflakes in the sense that he's a serial abuser, fam. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is sad because Noel Clarke is a person that a lot of young people looked up to, but at the same time, for a man in his position, these allegations are completely unsurprising, aren't they? I mean, over the last few years, years, we've heard a number of stories where men have been abusing their power, like a ganja farmer who's hooked up their grow lights to the lamppost outside, fam. But in the case of Noel Clarke, we shouldn't really be surprised. Take a look at this video from a couple of years back. Check it out.
And Barrowman's there taking his dick out every 5 seconds. Like, you know. Every 5 seconds, just hitting it on everything like that. Do you remember the time you put it on your shoulder in the makeup truck?
Yes, I do. I didn't want to say. I was being really polite yesterday. But hey.
John Barrowman, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I know he's not talking about himself in that video, but the way he's so blasé about a clear case of sexual misconduct and downright disgusting behaviour is quite telling, don't you think? And all of that stuff happened on the set of Doctor Who. I don't know about Doctor Who, bruv, but more like Doctor Who the fuck do you think you're waving your cock at, fam? Now, just going back to the Guardian article for a minute, one of the other big allegations against him, among several others, I recommend you go and read it, as I said, it's in the description box below, is the fact that Noel Clarke is a massive bully, fam. He allegedly bullied a number of his staff members on his movie sets. But what I really want to talk about when it comes to the bullying allegations is one person in particular that no one seems to have thought of in this whole situation, and that man is Adam Deacon. Now, Adam Deacon is an actor who was in the first 2 Noel Clarke Hood series of films and was arguably the most popular character in those movies. He then went on to make a movie of his own called Another Hood, at which point he won the Rising Star BAFTA, beating competitions such as Eddie Redmayne, Tom Hiddleston and Chris Hemsworth. But what happened next was an absolute tragedy, fam. After making Another Hood, Adam Deacon made allegations against Noel Clarke that he was a bully who was trying to get him blacklisted from the industry and trying to stop him achieving any of the success he was destined for. And at the time, the entire media gaslit Adam Deacon and painted him out to be a complete nutter who was just simply jealous of Noel Clarke's success. This caused Adam Deacon, who already had mental health conditions, to have a complete breakdown and to lose his entire career, despite the fact that it was looking like Adam Deacon was about to become the most popular actor in the UK. And I'm telling you, bruv, at the time, people went on like Adam Deacon was a nutter who was obsessed with Noel Clarke, and were going on like Adam Deacon was the one with the problem. Well, 2-2s a couple of years later, it's coming like a Dudley Boys WWE match, and the tables are fucking turned, didn't they, bruv? It appears that Adam Deacon was right all along, and this is an important lesson in how the British press and the British public can completely destroy someone if you dare to challenge a popular figure of authority, even if you're in the right. The same thing happened with Jimmy Savile for years. He was protected. The same thing happened with Harvey Weinstein. He was protected. The same thing now is happening with Noel Clarke. He was protected, bro. These allegations have been around for time, but they haven't been publicized to protect Noel Clarke's reputation. Adam Deacon was telling everyone, but they didn't want to listen. They wanted to paint him out as a paranoid patsy, fam. Well, let's hope that in the future, when allegations come out, people pay attention. And I'm not saying to write people off immediately, but I am saying let's investigate instead of sweeping shit under the carpet, because too often people get away with abusing people just because they're powerful, and that shit is wrong, bro. But anyway, I guess that about wraps it up for today. I'm sure this story is going to develop a lot more, but if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, smash that like button, and turn notifications on by clicking that notification bell so you can see more videos like this one. So yeah, once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time, and